composed shot. She kept her favorites and brought them on the road, and time again she pulled them out so we could all gather around and collapse in gales of laughter at the moments she had captured. There is a determination and pureness to Gina's focus. I've seen it, not only in her musicianship and songwriting, but also in her life and in her judgment as to what is important to her. All the elements that make her a great drummer are evident when you know her. A methodical and precise organization for the external details that make up her day-to-day, and the explosive and deep emotions she bestows on her loved ones. Deciding to create this book was a task she undertook with the same passion and work ethic she has called on throughout her career. It has been compiled from inspiration to completion with the same thoughtfulness and tangible effort she devotes to friendships and favorite causes. And while the pages might tell the stories of her band, from the anecdotes of the friends she has made along the way to her own recollections, it's the photos from behind the scenes that tell the most evocative accounts. Gina sets her seat low and her cymbals high. Every crash is a reach for the sky. I used to think it was for sight lines, so everyone could get a clear view of her as she propelled the Go-Go's through countless delirious concerts. One day at soundcheck, I went and sat behind her kit and realized this setup enhanced her vision. The configuration is as purposeful and thought out as any construct she undertakes. It gives her exactly what she needs to keep the energy flowing between the kit, the band, and the fans. On behalf of Gina, I invite you to listen on, knowing that you're now part of the gang, gathering around to enjoy the surprises and stories that the pictures tell. Kathy Valentine, Austin, Texas.
Introduction. Let the show begin. Baptism by fire. That's what I call my first concert. Led Zeppelin opening for The Who in 1969 at Meriwether Post Pavilion in Columbia, Maryland. My brother was recruited to take me because I was only 11 years old at the time. Seeing and hearing Zeppelin live was like experiencing a controlled explosion. It blew my mind. Robert Plant had the voice of an angel and the moves of a sinner. Jimmy Page had command of his guitar like nobody else. John Paul Jones was solid and seemed like the glue holding it all together. The drummer, John Bonham, was steady and powerful, moving around the kit with lightning speed and leading the band as much as anyone else. Then came The Who. Those guys really knocked me out. They had it all down. Roger Daltrey was so handsome with incredible stage presence. Pete Townsend was a dynamo. I watched as his guitar became an extension of himself. The bass player, John Entwistle, had a very busy style. His fingers seemed to be all over the fretboard at once. Don't get me started about Keith Moon. No one has ever played like Keith Moon, a style that cannot be replaced. At the end of The Who's performance, they destroyed their instruments. I was absolutely enthralled. What a finale. After seeing these two performances, all I could think about and dream about was being on that stage. What position I was in didn't matter. It seemed I had figured out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Music, so big, so wide, so reaching, and it had me in its grips just where I wanted to be. The next concert was Black Sabbath at the Baltimore Civic Center, which was located downtown. I would take a bus there, and then my mom picked me up afterwards. That show left a powerful impression on me as well. Black Sabbath was one of my favorite bands. I needed to start documenting what I was seeing. Not having a lot of money, I went out and bought a little Instamatic. Eventually, I got a 35mm camera that I took with me to every show. Rod Stewart, Jay Giles Band, Alice Cooper, Hall & Oates, Grand Funk Railroad, Sly and the Family Stone, Humble Pie, Yes, ZZ Top, the New York Dolls, David Bowie, Deep Purple, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Steve Miller Band. The list goes on and on. All that I was experiencing filled me up. The music was speaking to my soul, and finally the images in front of the lens were being recorded. During my initial drive from Baltimore to Los Angeles in the winter of '79.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.